just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a smoke, make it rain just to let you know.
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. There is no question today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Panthers are top 10 in pass yards. They're going up against the Texans, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 45 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go!
Watson on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a second down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Here's Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And his kick here is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The slot man in motion right. Third and long, it's Newton. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They'll cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after them.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt them.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Down to about the 22 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
To throw is Watson, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
A first down carry now for Miller. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
This complete to Martin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
3rd and 2, Newton. And he's got Snead. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Throwing again is Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Martin. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Newton. Flush to his right. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Here's Newton. Throw's going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. Third down here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw. Newton going up top. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Newton now to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes the Texans now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Watson off play action. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that past the sticks, first down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now it's Newton. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. On 1st and 10, Watson going deep for Hopkins. Push. He's got a man. Complete. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you...
This is caught inside the 15. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And give him a gain of 37. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Black round, here we go. Ohio, let's go, black round.
On 2nd down, here's Miller, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Being chased out left. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So they're on that play. Offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
From the red zone now, Newton. His throw caught at about the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, Newton. Flushed out right. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Now Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Throw left side complete. It's Martin. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And he's got it up and through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make kicks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On first down, it's Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Now the defense going to use the first. Their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
Now Watson. And a third down pass falls incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in the stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. It'll be a loss of 1. From the end zone, Newton throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Newton to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And he gets this away. Look at this. This is a good one. Here's Ellington. Oh, he slipped right by him. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. The counter play with Irvin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll try the right side with Irvin. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Now Watson going to sneak it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Forced out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's complete to Martin. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
It's caught by Funchess. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. On 1st and 10, Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus on the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And running with power here. Got his target, Samuel. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Newton. Steps away to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Christian Covington in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, and it's 3rd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the fourth. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for two and decide it right now.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. The second down carry for Irvin. And an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So it'll be first down here after the run. Now it's Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Caught left side, Hopkins. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. The give, running right, it's Irvin. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Watson hands this to Foreman. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And this one is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Houston, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everyone.